I'm 70, and there's no such thing as friends and family in my life. As I sit here now, I often find myself reflecting on the relationships I've had, the ones I've lost, and the ones I never quite found. Time gives you perspective, a kind of clarity you wish you had decades earlier. With that clarity, I've come to a difficult realization. For much of my life, I have been searching for connection through friendships and family. But as the years have passed, I've learned that sometimes the people you think will be your anchors turn out to be anything but. It is not that I have never had friends or family. I have had them, just as most people do. The older I get, the more I see how fragile those connections can be. Friends drift away, family members grow distant, and life takes us all in different directions. Sometimes, even when we try to hold on, the threads unravel, and here I am, wondering if I ever truly understood what it means to have friends or family in the first place. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Friendship is more than acquaintanceship. It is one of those concepts that we all grow up believing in, a bond that is stronger than the tide of time, a source of comfort and joy, a haven in life's storms. But as I have grown older, I have found myself questioning what friendship truly means. Is it as universal and enduring as we are taught to believe, or is it something rarer, something more elusive than we care to admit? When I was younger, I thought I had many friends. The people I worked with, the neighbors I exchanged friendly waves with, and the acquaintances I encountered at gatherings, engaging in polite conversation. At the time, I believed that these interactions, however small, added up to something substantial. Yet, life has a way of testing relationships, revealing which bonds are genuine and which are merely circumstantial. When the hard times came, moments marked by loss, illness, or profound change, I learned that not everyone who seemed like a friend was truly there for me. Many of those bonds, I eventually realized, were built on convenience rather than true commitment. It is not easy to confront this reality. No one likes to think of themselves as alone or unsupported. However, the truth is that real friendship is rare. It is not about the number of people you can call on a good day. It is about the ones who answer the phone when the day is dark. It is about those who see you at your lowest, when you are messy and vulnerable, and choose to stay by your side anyway. The difference between a friend and an acquaintance lies in depth and intention. Acquaintances are pleasant to have. They fill our lives with brief moments of connection and light conversation, but they do not share the weight of your burdens, nor do they open themselves up to share theirs. A true friend, however, goes much deeper. They invest in your well-being not out of obligation, but out of genuine care. They listen without judgment, support without expectation, and show up even when it is inconvenient. Over time, I have come to see that friendship is not defined by the frequency of contact or physical proximity. Some of the most meaningful friendships I have had were with people I did not see often, yet who were present in the ways that truly mattered. It is not about constant interaction. It is about trust, understanding, and an unspoken promise to be there for one another, even across distances or long stretches of time. Yet, let us be honest, friendships, even the truest ones, are not perfect. They require effort, patience, and forgiveness. Misunderstandings occur, priorities shift, and life intervenes. I have learned that holding on to a friendship takes as much courage as letting go of one that is no longer serving you. Both acts demand clarity and a willingness to honor what is real over what is merely comfortable. Then there is the question we all must eventually face. What do we do when friendships fade? Some relationships simply run their course, not out of malice, but because people grow in different directions. It is a painful process to watch someone who once was so integral to your life slowly drift away. Yet I have come to understand that this is natural. Not every person is meant to accompany you on your entire journey. Some are there only for a season, to teach you something or to share a fleeting moment, and then they move on. Accepting this truth has brought me peace, even amidst loss. Even as I have learned to let go of certain connections, I have come to appreciate the profound value of those that remain. True friends may be few, but they are worth more than gold. If you have even one person in your life who knows your heart and accepts you completely, then you are richer than most. And if you do not, take heart. It's never too late to build that kind of relationship. It all begins with being the kind of friend you wish to have. Open, kind, and willing to look beyond the surface. At 70, I have learned that friendship is not a given, it is a gift. It is not determined by the number of people surrounding you, but by the quality of the connections you share. It is about depth, honesty, and mutual care above all else. It is about understanding that true friendship, while rare, is one of life's most precious treasures. It may take time to find, but when you do, it is worth every moment of waiting. Family, whether defined by blood or by choice, is another area where we often hold high expectations. The very word family carries immense weight, evoking images of warmth, unconditional love, and a safe harbor during life's storms. Yet, as I have grown older, I have realized that family is not always the unwavering support system we are led to believe it should be. Sometimes family is fractured, distant, or even absent. In those moments, the question arises, is family defined solely by blood ties, or is it something we actively choose and create for ourselves? When I was young, I believed wholeheartedly in the sanctity of family. My parents taught me that family always comes first, that blood is thicker than water, and that these relationships would be the most enduring in my life. But as the years passed, I began to see cracks in that ideal. Conflicts emerged, misunderstandings grew, and some family members drifted away. While some remained, they were often emotionally distant. I found myself questioning what family really meant. I learned that family is not guaranteed by genetics. Although blood may connect us biologically, it does not automatically forge the love, trust, and respect that define true family. Those qualities must be nurtured, cultivated, and reciprocated. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, those bonds cannot be repaired. It is a painful truth to accept, but it is also liberating because it allows you to redefine family on your own terms. I have come to understand that family is about connection, not merely about relation. It is about the people who see you for who you truly are, who celebrate your successes, and who stand by you during your struggles. It is about mutual care, shared experiences, and a commitment to each other's well-being. While these people may sometimes be your relatives, they do not have to be. Family can also be found in a close friend, a mentor, or even a community of individuals who share your values and passions. I have also come to appreciate that a chosen family can often fulfill needs that biological family cannot. There are aspects of our lives that we may feel unable to share with relatives, dreams they do not understand, struggles they might judge, or emotions that seem too vulnerable to reveal. In those moments, a chosen family member, someone who listens without judgment, accepts you unconditionally, and supports you wholeheartedly, can become just as integral to your life as any blood relative. That said, I have also learned to appreciate the complexity of biological family. Even in relationships that are strained or distant, there are often layers of history, shared memories, and unspoken understanding that cannot be replicated elsewhere. These relationships, though challenging, can offer opportunities for growth and healing if both parties are willing to invest in rebuilding them. I have learned that forgiveness, though difficult, can sometimes rebuild bridges that once seemed irreparable. And even if reconciliation is not possible, releasing resentment can bring a measure of peace. At 70, I have stopped expecting family to conform to a certain ideal. Instead, I have learned to value the relationships that truly enrich my life, whether they fit the traditional mold or not. I have let go of the guilt that comes from setting boundaries with toxic relatives, and I have embraced the joy of forming new bonds with people who feel like family, even if we do not share a last name. If you are reading this and feel disappointed by your own family dynamics, know that you are not alone. Many of us struggle with these relationships, and it is perfectly acceptable to grieve the family you wished for while remaining open to the possibility of finding family in other forms. Open yourself to new connections. Invest in the relationships that bring you genuine joy, and remember that family is not solely defined by where you come from. It is defined by where your heart feels most at home. Family, whether by blood or by choice, is one of life's greatest gifts. It is not always perfect, and it is rarely easy, but when you find those individuals who truly love and support you, hold on to them dearly. Solitude. Friend or foe? Solitude is a word that carries different meanings depending on where you stand in life. In youth, solitude can feel like a punishment, a state to be avoided, replete with loneliness and silence. In middle age, it may be seen as a luxury, a brief respite from the chaos of responsibilities. But as we grow older, solitude takes on a new dimension. It becomes a companion, sometimes welcome, sometimes uninvited, and it forces us to confront the question of whether solitude is a friend or a foe. For much of my life, I avoided solitude. I equated being alone with being lonely, and I sought to fill the quiet with the presence of others. Yet as the years passed, I began to see solitude for what it truly is, not an absence, but a presence. Solitude is not the enemy of connection. It is the space where connection begins, first with yourself, and then with the world around you. At 70, I have come to appreciate the gifts that solitude offers, even as I acknowledge the challenges it can bring. Solitude allows you to listen to your own thoughts, free from the distractions and expectations of others. It grants you the time and space to reflect on your life, not just where you have been, but where you wish to go. In solitude, you can revisit old memories, learn the lessons they taught you, and even dream new dreams, even if the road ahead seems shorter than the one behind. However, solitude is not always easy. There are moments when it can feel heavy, almost suffocating. The silence magnifies your fears, regrets, and insecurities, making you long for the distraction of company. Yet I have learned that it is precisely in these moments of discomfort that solitude performs its deepest work. It compels you to confront those parts of yourself that you might otherwise ignore, and in doing so, it fosters growth. Solitude teaches resilience, patience, and self-compassion. It shows you that you are enough even when the world seems distant. One of the greatest lessons I have learned in solitude is the difference between being alone and being lonely. Loneliness is an ache, a yearning for connection that feels unreachable. But being alone does not have to equate to feeling lonely. In fact, solitude can be a source of profound connection, not only with yourself but with the world at large. When you are not distracted by conversation or activity, you begin to notice subtle details: the rustle of leaves in the wind, the gentle warmth of sunlight on your skin, or the quiet rhythm of your own breath. These moments serve as reminders that you are part of something greater and that you are never truly isolated. Solitude also affords you the opportunity to reconnect with what matters most. In the quiet, you can rediscover old passions, explore new interests, and simply be. For me, solitude has become a sanctuary for creativity and reflection, a place where I write, where I think deeply, and where I find clarity amid life's uncertainties. Although solitude is not always easy, it is invariably valuable, and I encourage you to lean into it, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Begin with a few moments of silence in the morning, a solitary walk in the park, or an evening spent away from screens. Allow yourself the gift of your own company and see what unfolds. Solitude is not the absence of connection, it is the foundation upon which connection is built, for when you are at peace with yourself, you can forge deeper, more authentic bonds with others, free from the need to fill a void. Redefining connection is another crucial lesson. Connection is one of the deepest longings of the human spirit. From the moment we are born, we seek it in the gentle embrace of a parent, in the warmth of a friend's smile, and in the love of a partner. But as life unfolds, the manner in which we experience connection evolves. People come and go, relationships shift, and those we once relied upon can fade or fracture. At 70, I have come to understand that connection is not static. It is something we must continuously redefine, nurture, and sometimes create for ourselves. When I was younger, I believed that connection was simply a matter of physical proximity, being surrounded by people, attending gatherings, and always having someone to call on. Yet over time, I discovered that mere proximity does not guarantee a genuine connection. Some of the loneliest moments in my life occurred in crowded rooms, among acquaintances, while I longed for someone who truly understood me. It is a painful realization, but a necessary one. True connection is not measured by the number of people in your life, but by the depth of the bonds you share with them. Genuine connection requires vulnerability, a willingness to open oneself up, to risk rejection, and to allow others to see you in all your imperfection. For many years, I resisted such openness, fearing that it would expose my weaknesses or burden others. But as I have grown older, I have learned that vulnerability is not a weakness. Rather, it is the very bridge that leads to deep, meaningful relationships. I have also come to understand that connection does not always conform to our expectations. In our youth, we may imagine lifelong friendships and perfect families, yet life is rarely so orderly. People change, circumstances evolve, and some relationships simply do not endure. Instead of clinging to those that no longer serve us, I have learned to focus on the connections that remain and to welcome new ones, even when they arise in unexpected forms. Connection can be found in the simplest interactions. A brief exchange with a stranger, a shared laugh with a neighbor, or a fleeting yet sincere conversation with someone you may never meet again. These moments, though small, add a rich texture to our lives. One of the most profound lessons I have learned is that connection is not only about reaching out to others, it is also about connecting with oneself. For years, I sought validation from others to fill a void inside me, but I have come to understand that true connection begins within. It is about understanding your own needs, accepting your imperfections, and finding solace in your own company. When you are truly connected with yourself, your relationships with others become more authentic, for you no longer depend on them to complete you. You simply share the fullness of your own being. Reflecting on my journey, I have also learned the importance of giving as much as you receive. True connection is reciprocal. It is as much about listening as it is about speaking, about offering support as it is about accepting it, and about being present for others just as you wish them to be present for you. This mutual exchange creates a foundation of trust and understanding that can endure the tests of time. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with one thing you've learned. If not, feel free to comment with 0M. Your feedback means a great deal to me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms. What if I told you that as we age, walking becomes more difficult for many seniors? Yet there is good news. It does not mean we have to stop moving altogether. In fact, there are plenty of simple, practical ways to remain active and feel great every single day, even if walking is not as easy as it once was. If you have noticed that your daily walks are becoming shorter or more challenging, rest assured that you are not alone in this experience. The encouraging news is that hope exists, and it begins with these 9 easy steps. Stay with me as we explore how you can stay strong, flexible, and healthy without having to walk miles each and every day. Let me introduce you to George, a 72-year-old retired teacher who has enjoyed his daily morning walks for many years. For a long time, he found peace and an abundance of energy from simply stepping outside and taking in the fresh air. However, lately something has changed. His walks have become noticeably shorter, and he finds that his knees feel stiffer with every step he takes. Although George loves his routine and cherishes the time spent outdoors, he is beginning to notice that the activity is gradually becoming a struggle. Perhaps you have experienced something similar in your own life. It is indeed frustrating when the simple activities that we have enjoyed for many years suddenly become more difficult to perform. Like George, many of us discover that as we age, walking becomes more challenging, whether due to joint pain, increased stiffness, or simply a lack of energy. But here is the crucial point. Walking less does not mean we must cease moving altogether. In reality, it is time to shake things up and find alternative ways to stay active, maintain our strength, and continue feeling great day after day. The promising news is that there exists simple, effective alternatives that do not require you to walk miles or push through pain each day. If you are ready to discover 9 easy ways to keep moving without the overwhelming struggle that long walks sometimes present, please keep watching. And if you are finding this information helpful so far, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Doing so not only helps our channel reach more people who are in similar situations, but also ensures that you receive more advice and tips designed to help you live your best life after 60. One of the first things that George tried when he found walking becoming more difficult was incorporating chair exercises into his daily routine. These exercises are simple, effective, and can be done in the comfort of your own home, making them a perfect alternative when traditional walking seems too strenuous. The best aspect of chair exercises is that you can perform them while remaining seated, which means they are gentle on your joints, yet still provide a very beneficial workout. For example, one excellent exercise is the leg lift. To perform a leg lift, sit comfortably in a sturdy chair with your back held straight, and then slowly lift one leg at a time while keeping it straight. Hold the leg in the air for a few seconds before carefully lowering it back down. It might appear to be a simple motion, but believe me, after a few repetitions, your leg muscles will start to feel the burn and benefit from the activity. Another great exercise that George discovered is arm circles. Begin by sitting up tall with your feet flat on the floor and your arms extended out at shoulder height. Then, start making small circles with your arms, gradually increasing the size of the circles as you continue. Do this for about 30 seconds in one direction, and then switch to making circles in the opposite direction. This move is fantastic for improving shoulder mobility and for strengthening your upper body, all without placing any strain on your joints. These chair exercises help you build strength, improve flexibility, and boost your circulation, all while you remain seated comfortably. Additionally, they can be easily integrated into your day, whether you are watching your favorite television program or engaging in a chat with a friend. If you have never tried chair exercises before, now is the perfect time to begin. Even dedicating just a few minutes each day can lead to noticeable improvements in your physical well-being. Have you ever tried chair exercises before? Let us know in the comments how they have worked for you, and if you have any other favorite low-impact exercises that help you stay active, we would love to hear about them. Remember that staying active does not necessarily require long walks or strenuous workouts. Chair exercises are a fantastic option for seniors, especially when walking becomes increasingly challenging. So, grab a chair and get moving today. This small change can have a big difference in how you feel both physically and mentally. Another simple yet incredibly effective way that George keeps his body moving is by incorporating gentle stretching into his daily routine. As we age, our muscles and joints naturally tend to become stiffer, making it harder to remain active throughout the day. Regular stretching is one of the best ways to maintain flexibility, reduce stiffness, and ensure that all parts of your body continue to move smoothly. The best part is that you do not need to be an expert or devote hours to stretching. Even spending just a few minutes each day on this activity can yield significant benefits. To start with something very simple, consider neck rotations. As we age, it is common to feel tension in the neck and shoulders, especially if we have spent long hours sitting or working at a desk. To perform a neck rotation, sit up straight in a chair, relax your shoulders, and slowly turn your head to the left, holding the position for a few seconds before gently turning it to the right. This exercise helps improve neck mobility and eases the tension that often builds up over the course of the day. It is a simple yet highly effective way to start your day feeling loose and relaxed. Next, let us consider calf stretches, which George has found particularly beneficial for keeping his lower legs and feet flexible. To perform a calf stretch, stand behind a chair or counter, placing your hands on the back for support. Then, step one foot back and press the heel firmly into the ground while bending your front knee. You should feel a gentle stretch in the calf muscle of your back leg. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds before switching legs. This exercise is excellent for maintaining strength and flexibility in your lower body, which is essential for balance and mobility. In addition, ankle circles are another fantastic stretch that George swears by. To do an ankle circle, sit comfortably in a chair and extend one leg out in front of you. Then, slowly rotate your ankle in a circular motion, first clockwise, and then counterclockwise, for about 30 seconds on each side. This simple exercise helps keep your ankles mobile and improves your overall balance and stability. These stretching routines are simple, easy to perform, and do not take up much of your time, yet they can have a huge impact on your overall flexibility and joint health. Whether you are at home or on the move, dedicating just a few minutes each day to stretching can help you feel more agile and reduce any stiffness you might be experiencing. Have you tried incorporating stretching into your daily routine? Please let us know how it has worked for you in the comments below, and if you have any other favorite stretches, we would be delighted to hear about them. Stretching is a powerful tool to help you stay active and mobile, so give it a try today and experience the noticeable difference it can make. If walking on land is beginning to feel too strenuous for your body, do not worry. There is an excellent alternative that is gentle on your joints and highly effective. Water aerobics. The buoyancy provided by water supports your body, reducing the strain on your joints, making it an ideal way for seniors to remain active without the risk of injury. Whether you are dealing with arthritis, experiencing sore knees, or simply do not wish to push yourself too hard, water aerobics provides a safe, enjoyable method to keep moving. George discovered water aerobics when he realized that the repetitive stress of walking on land was taking a toll on his knees. He decided to join a local water aerobics class, and the results were nothing short of amazing. In water, your body weight is significantly reduced, so your joints do not have to bear the full impact of each movement, yet you still receive an excellent workout. By participating in water aerobics, you can build strength, enhance your cardiovascular fitness, and improve your flexibility, all while staying cool and comfortable in the water. One of the best aspects of water aerobics is that many community pools offer special classes designed specifically for seniors. These classes focus on low-impact movements that are easy on the body while still providing a comprehensive full-body workout. Additionally, you have the opportunity to socialize with others, which makes exercise feel less like a chore and more like a fun, enjoyable activity. Whether you participate in a group class or simply perform basic water exercises on your own, the water offers endless possibilities for staying fit. Simple movements like leg lifts, arm raises, and gentle jogging in place can be performed in the pool to target various muscle groups without the strain that comes with land-based exercises. Even just walking or lightly jogging in the shallow end of the pool can improve your balance, strengthen your legs, and boost your stamina. If you enjoy swimming or if you are interested in trying something new, water aerobics might be the perfect solution for you. Have you ever tried water aerobics or swimming as a form of exercise? Please let us know in the comments below, and if you have not, perhaps it is time to dive in and give it a try. Now, tip 4 might just surprise you. It is something you can do with minimal effort while reaping maximum benefits. Stay tuned, because this simple activity could revolutionize the way you remain active without breaking a sweat. Tip 4 might be the secret to staying active without straining your body: Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a low-impact exercise that focuses on slow, fluid movements designed to improve balance, flexibility, and overall mobility. Initially, George was hesitant to try Tai Chi, but after joining a local class, he was amazed by how effective and gentle the practice turned out to be. Tai Chi is not about speed or intensity, it is about controlled, purposeful movement, which makes it particularly well suited for seniors who want to remain active without putting undue stress on their joints. During a typical Tai Chi session, you will perform slow, graceful movements that flow seamlessly from one posture to the next. These movements not only benefit your body, but also help calm your mind. Often referred to as meditation in motion, Tai Chi is known to strengthen both the body and the mind, reduce stress, and improve mental clarity. George found his balance and posture improving noticeably after just a few sessions of Tai Chi. It is truly amazing how practicing a series of slow movements every day can help you feel steadier on your feet, reduce your risk of falling, and even enhance your flexibility over time. Moreover, the mental focus required during Tai Chi helps him remain present and relaxed throughout the day. The beauty of Tai Chi lies in its simplicity. You do not need to be in exceptional physical shape to begin, and there is no pressure to keep pace with others. It is entirely about finding your rhythm and moving at a pace that is comfortable for you. Most local community centers offer Tai Chi classes tailored for seniors, and there are even instructional videos available online that you can follow from the comfort of your home. Whether you choose to participate in a group class or practice on your own, Tai Chi is an excellent way to engage in physical activity while simultaneously enhancing your balance, coordination, and mindfulness. Do you think you might try Tai Chi? Please leave a comment below with your thoughts or share if you have already experienced its benefits. Whether you are curious about trying it or are already a dedicated practitioner, consider how this gentle practice can transform the way you approach staying active. Tip 5 is one that might surprise you. Strength training. You might believe that lifting weights is an activity reserved only for younger individuals, but did you know that lifting light weights can actually improve how you feel as you age? Strength training is not solely about building muscle mass. It is also about enhancing your posture, boosting your energy, and keeping your body strong and resilient over time.